Now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show, The Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. Hope you're well. I have had a whale of a time trying to figure out how to actually record this show today. I tried something new and it wasn't working out. So there you go. If you're a patron, you got a bonus. We talked about some newsy bits from earlier in the week, and I went harder than I thought. So check that out, patreon.com/The Melting Pat for the bonus at the beginning, and you'll have another bonus somewhere in the middle of the show or toward the end of the show. All right? So there you go. Some bonuses. You give me some money, and you'll hear extra stuff. All right? Today on the show, I guess I got to start doing this. If you've never heard the show before, my name is Pat. How are you? And I talk about all kinds of stuff because I used to do this I used to do radio, and I just decided at one point when I started this as a radio show in 2011 to mash them all together. So you'll get some sports, you'll get some music, you'll get some talking points from things that happen in my life or the world, or, I'll answer some questions. I'll ask some questions and read your answers, and we'll have all kinds of fun. So yeah, dumb stuff happens, and I like to talk about it, and I like to talk about several different things because, I wanted a spot where I could talk about whatever I wanted without having to worry about splitting it up. And the most difficult part of doing this show this way is promoting it. So, and telling people, hey, what's your show about? I don't know, all kinds of stuff. So today on the show, we have a song from our friends, the Nearly Deads. We are talking about Twitter's a mess with blue checks, man. The the new verification policy, I guess, on Twitter. So we will talk about that. I may talk about a dumb thing I saw on Twitter, maybe toward the end of the show. I don't know where I'm going to put that. We'll see. No, the sports are going to end the show. Sports and a little bit of wrestling, and then that's that. And then patrons get a bonus. All right? All right. That's it, right? Oh, also, I went to the DMV. So we'll talk about that. Just because being out in the world sometimes is funny and sometimes is ridiculous. And we'll talk about it. All right? All right. So there we go. That's what's coming up today. Again, if you're a patron, you've already heard a lot of me and a lot of stuff. So patreon.com/The Melting Pat for all of that. TheMeltingPat.com for all the other stuff. And there's a sign-up link there as well. You can leave messages via text or via voicemail memo thing. Do that, and we'll have all kinds of fun. All right? I will always take your questions. I'll answer them as best I can, and we will go from there. All right, so that's all the stuff. That's what's going up, going into your face holes today. And I don't know what I just said there, but we have a song from our friends, from old friends, the Nearly Deads. I've played this band many times. I've never had them on, though. Should we? Hey, Nearly Deads, if you're out there and you want to come on the show, I don't know who listens when I play their songs. I have no clue. But Nearly Deads, if you're out there, let me know if you want to come on the show and talk about stuff. We might have to wait a little while because now we just played your music, so we'll have to spread it out. But let me know if you want to come on and talk about it, if you got some stuff going on, and if you want to chat with me. If not, that's fine too. You can ignore this. It's all good. But we're going to play a song from them anyway. Their latest EP is called Faith. It is available now, and you can find more things from them at thenearlydeads.com. And this song is from that EP. It is called Suffocating. This is a really great song from a wonderful band, good friends of the show, the Nearly Deads. It's The Melting Pat. We're coming right back.
I've been finding my voice and listening to every word of that advice. I tell myself I've been losing my way. For years I let you down, but you still believe in me. And I don't know why. Damage done, I'm like a lonely gun, ready to backfire, touch the sun. Wanted to give in and make it right, but I can't even tell 'cause suffocating, I'm suffocating.
There you have it. Our dear friends, the Nearly Deads. Their latest EP is called Faith. That song is called Suffocating. It's the Melting Pat on the Next Level Network. More from them at thenearlydeads.com. Did we get it? I like that. I don't know if I hit the pitch exactly, but I felt good. That was fun as hell. The Nearly Deads. The EP is called Faith. That was Suffocating. There we go. The Melting Pat. We are back to do the stuff. Thank you very much, my friends. Come on the show if you want, or not. You don't have to. Do whatever you want. Okay. So, all right. Done. Next song. Done with that. Thank you. Thank you to the Nearly Deads for this song. Really for okaying me to play their music. That's what I mean. When I say thanks to our friends for the tune, I don't mean they sent me the song. I mean thanks for them letting me play their stuff and or coming on the show to talk about it. There we go. All right. Got that cleared up. Now we're good to get back to the rest of the show. Man, thanks to Chris Fox from Ruby Bones for saying, hey, why don't you play the music at the beginning, you idiot? Because that's really helped the show. So thanks, buddy. If you're out there, I don't know if you are, but come on back. Come on back. Write some new music and come on back on the show. Thanks, guys. Anyway, everyone come on the show. All right. Let's start with this. I should start with the DMV thing, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's start here. So I've talked a little bit about Twitter and how messy it's gotten since what's-his-name took over. And it's just getting, it's funnier. It's not good. Like, the changes are not good. Like, the way Elon Musk is running Twitter is not good. I don't like it, but it's really funny. So if you don't know, the idea of being verified on Twitter or any social media platform is to prove that that person is you. So, okay, let's go with, I don't know, Shaquille O'Neal. All right, so Shaquille O'Neal's on Twitter saying, hey, guys, I'm going to be on TNT today, and I got, whatever he's doing on TNT, or I'm wrestling on AEW Dynamite, whatever's going on. So Shaquille O'Neal would have a little blue check next to his name, and so you would know that that person who is tweeting is either Shaquille O'Neal or someone from his team tweeting on his behalf. So you know that that account is either the real Shaquille O'Neal or like someone in his camp. So the tweets that are being sent from, at Shaq or whatever his handle is, are coming from the real Shaquille O'Neal in some way. And so that's the idea of being verified. So I can't go on and get a picture of Shaq and put up, I'm at Shaquille O'Neal 34 or whatever and say, oh, I'm the real Shaq. Like, the idea of the blue check was to prove that you are who you say you are. And it's helpful if you're a famous person or a journalist or a government official or something like that. It's helpful for me to know if I'm looking for news or if I'm looking for information based on a specific topic. I want to know from the people who are in it. I don't want to know from there's a coin, from some jobber. I don't want to know from some idiot who paid $8. But unfortunately, that's kind of where Twitter is. Because Elon Musk decided 2 weeks ago or whatever that the only way to get verified is to subscribe to Twitter Blue. So you pay $8 a month to subscribe to Twitter Blue. You get a check mark and whatever the other perks are. One of them, I think, is being your tweets are prioritized in the feeds, right? So people are going to see more of your stuff because you paid for Twitter. And so a lot of celebrities decided, nope, we're not doing that because we don't like what you're doing here, and we're not going to pay your site to do this. And so to me, that makes sense because if you don't endorse the product, there's no reason to pay for it. It's not about, oh, they don't have $8 like all these nerds think it is. And all these people miss the point about, oh, celebrities are saying they're better than us because they can't pay $8, or whatever they say. That's not the point. The point is the service should be something you want, right? It should be something that you agree with on some level and enough to make it worth your while to say, hey, this Twitter Blue thing is pretty good. So, because whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, if you're a famous person who has, tens of millions of followers, people are going to go, hey, Shaquille O'Neal is verified. He has Twitter Blue. That means I should have Twitter Blue because I like Shaquille O'Neal and I think this is going to be good. Like, that means he thinks Twitter Blue's good. That means I can think Twitter Blue's good. Simplistic thinking, yes, but it is what it is. So a lot of celebrities were like, nope, we're not doing that. And a bunch of nerds are freaking out because they completely missed the point because they're dumb. I will say, I do like that the blue check now is basically a participation award. I can't speak. I can't get verified on Twitter. It's basically a trophy that guys had to pay for. That's what I mean to say. And hold on, I actually saw a really good tweet about this. I want to share it with you. Nope, that's not the one. I'm looking at my Twitter right now because I think I shared it. Here it is. Okay. So this is from Joe, J-O, on Twitter, at What's Joe, WHATSJO, on Twitter. Twitter Blue is like paying to lower the basketball hoop and forcing everyone to watch you still miss. And I thought that was so funny. And I like, that's perfect. Like, a lot of people have been dropping some analogies on what it is. And I just thought that one was very funny. And I thought that was a perfect example. And I'll put the tweet in the show notes if you want to go follow Joe on Twitter. I thought that was very funny. That was perfect. It's like, hey, look at me, guys. And it's the dumbest, like, now the blue check is like the dumbest people unit that you've ever seen. And it's just so funny. But also, I'm not going to pay for Twitter. I do love that Twitter is the last platform that doesn't rely on video to like get over and get people to see your stuff. Like, Instagram is all reels now. TikTok is video. I don't do that. Facebook is whatever. And honestly, if I didn't have the show, I might not have Facebook at all. But I just like that it's text-based because that's what I am used to. That's what I like doing. I don't like doing video stuff, as you know. And so I like that Twitter is kind of the last one so far that doesn't make you make a video for things to share and for people to see, which is great. But there's no way I'm paying for it. It's not going to happen. But I did see that Elon gave the check mark to some celebrities without their permission, just like, hey, whoever is verified. And they're like, no, I didn't do that. I did not pay for Twitter Blue. I did not verify my phone number. I don't know what this is. I didn't do it. And so it turns out that you think like, oh, look at Elon just being a little troll, being a funny little guy. It turns out that that is an FTC violation. That is a Federal Trade Commission violation because it shows that a celebrity is endorsing the service Twitter Blue when they are not. And that's very funny to me that this guy, who everyone thinks is a super genius, because, I don't know, he had money to buy SpaceX or something, everybody thinks he's a genius, and he's just a weird guy. And he doesn't know as much as he thinks he does. And it's very funny. It's all very funny to me that, like, oh, it's just this thing. Like, no, wait a minute, you're actually committing a violation that is that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, I'm not going to say, if I hit this pop filter one more time, I swear, I'm sorry. Again, new setup. I'm not used to it. I'm not going to pay for Twitter. If you pay for Twitter, do whatever you want to do. That's fine. Do what, I will judge you. Like, if you think a hot dog is a sandwich, I will judge you on a deeper level. But, yeah, I just think it's further proof that Elon Musk is not a genius. And people think, not everyone, but people do think he's like super smart. And he's not. He's just a weirdo with money. That's all he is. And Twitter's a mess. And it's funny that a perk of Twitter Blue, so people who pay for the check mark are supposed to get priority at the top of the feed. And now these dorks have realized that it's not happening. And the engagement on their tweets is down. And they're like, wait a minute, I have all these followers. I have Twitter Blue. I pay this site for more engagement. And I'm not getting it. What the hell? So basically, all these nerds paid $8 a month, or do pay $8 a month for an emoji, for a little blue check. It reminds me of the NFT bros who were like, "This is great, everybody," and then it invariably crashed because it's a stupid idea, and they're like, "What the hell, man?" Bah! And they're complaining about a thing that's made up that doesn't work how they thought it would work, and that's kind of what this reminds me of. So there you go, Twitter. Yeah, Twitter Blue is like the NFT kind of fad, where nerds, when it got into it, and I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but nerds got into it, thought it was going to be great. Turns out it's not. And now they're stuck with whatever. Stuck with those ape pictures or the check mark that they're paying for that doesn't actually do anything at all. I love it. It's very funny. All right. We had a little thing, speaking of Twitter, a thing that I saw about Taylor Swift, but I'm going to save that. I might put that in a newsletter, which is going to come out on, well, as of when you hear this, it'll come out on the 28th. So yesterday for you, if you listen on Saturday. Because the 30th is a Sunday, and the last time I tried to put it out on my phone, it was a mess. So we're going to save this Taylor Swift thing for something else. Basically, someone said she is aged like wine, and she's 33 years old. And I can't even comprehend the thought process there as why someone would say that out loud. So there you go. All right. So we'll skip that for now. Let's talk about the DMV, shall we? Hold on. I got to move my microphone. You're going to hear some noise. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay. Is that better? I probably should have tested this before I did that, but there we go. That's probably better, right? Yeah. All right. You know what? We're going to, let's break this up a little bit just so I can test my things. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alrighty. And we're back. There we go. Had to move some things around. So there it is. All right. So you heard a sound, a coin probably, or the pooper. I don't know. But I went to the DMV the other day because I had to get my ID renewed so I could complete my mail-in ballot to vote. Yes, I do plan to get my permit and learn to drive it. That's on the list, but I have to take steps before that. I can't just go do that right away. So first step had to be get my ID renewed. Now I can go crap open some cold ones. I don't know. I'm not going to, but yeah. So I go over there on Saturday morning because that's the time I can go. And shout out to the DMV, by the way. They're closed on Mondays, which sucks, but they're open all day Saturday. So shout out to y'all over there, even though that is one of the most inefficient places I've ever been. So I go over there, and it's mobbed, but I got there early, so I'm not really in a rush. And so I'm in there, I'm waiting in line. And so I went into the separate thing. There's a separate place to get your ID photo from the actual DMV, but I poked my head in to the DMV. Like I walked by just to see, and it looked like a mess in there. God bless everybody in there. So I get in there to the photo part, and I'm waiting in line because, again, it's crowded. So there's a woman behind me who is on the phone with someone, and she is mad. She is fuming mad because she has to get her ID. So she's on the phone, and she's like, I have to get my ID because of that ticket. Who's ready to get a picture taken right now? Who's ready to do that? And she is very upset that she has to, because she is a licensed driver, but apparently because of some violation she committed, her license is suspended. And I have a question for drivers, because obviously I'm not one. And I've never been delinquent really in terms of the law. So I have a question. How delinquent on a ticket do you have to be to get your license suspended? Like what kind of violation do you have to commit for your license to be suspended? Should we look this up? I'm curious. How does your license get suspended? Here we go. So this is from Bentley Law. That counts, right? Your driver's license can be suspended for many reasons, including unpaid parking tickets, too many speeding tickets, child support arrears, drug possession, and driving under the influence. Okay, so should I have asked her what the ticket was for? Should I have struck up a conversation with this woman? No, she was angry enough. So, okay, that all makes sense. So I guess let's assume that she got a parking ticket in wherever she was. I'm wondering how far do you have to go in that process for it? Because if you get a parking ticket, they give you time to pay it, right? I assume. And I'm just wondering how long she had to let that go for her license to be suspended. So, like, she's so far behind in the process that she now has to get an ID to, like, I don't know, go vote or go get booze or something like that, or whatever else she was going to do with her ID. So I wonder why that was a provision of doing, because you have to, like, it's not free. Getting an ID is not free. You have to pay for the process. And so I wonder, like, if that was a condition of reinstating her license. Was like, nope, you have to go and get an ID and prove that you can go do that, and then you have to pay this ticket and you have to do this and that. So I wonder what happened. Like, did she just not pay it for, I don't know, 2 months or whatever, 6 months? It's more longer than 2 months, right? You know what I should look up is how long Pennsylvania can suspend your license. All right, now I can't see, so this is going to suck. How long can PA suspend your license? Here we go. Let's look this up. This is per idrivesafely.com. All right, points are added for every violation committed. Your license will be suspended for 90 days the first time you accumulate 6 points. Each additional time you reach 6 points on your record will result in a suspension of 120 days. How do you get points on your license? How do you do that? I'm learning all kinds of stuff today. How do you get points on your license? Here we go. Pennsylvania's point system. Oh, God, these websites suck. Okay, improve driving habits, ensure safe driving. Points are added to a driving record. This is really entertaining for you, isn't it? Points are added to a driving record when a driver is found guilty of certain driving violations. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted at first. You get 6 points for the first time. The driver will receive a written notice to take a written special point examination. Wow. So you got to take a test when you get your license suspended. You get points on your license for whatever it is. And then oh my God, I'm not reading all of these because these could be a lot. You'll be suspended or revoked if you're convicted of any of the following traffic violations. And it's like 10 things. So your license. So all right, let's pick one. Let's just pick one from the list. I want to see how far we can go into this process to figure out what she now has to do to get her license back. I'm just curious now. Ooh, fleeing from a police officer. Let's use that one. Okay, so let's say this woman was fleeing from a police officer, and I guess she finally got caught, and her license is suspended. Okay, so then you get a notice in the mail. It says, hey, you got to return it to the DMV, or the Bureau of Driver Licensing. You have to return your license. Really? Wow. Okay. All right, so they send you a thing and say, hey, your license suspension will begin on this day, and you got to return your license. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so you do that, and then, so I'm trying to figure out where in that process it says she has to get an ID. I guess that's part of the restoration process. It doesn't say it on here, but yeah, so let's say she's fleeing the police, and she gets a letter that says, hey, your license is going to be suspended for however long. And then I guess somewhere in that paperwork it says, hey, you now have to go, you get an ID. And so basically, because you have committed a violation so severe that they're saying you are no longer legally allowed to drive, they're saying, you have to do this and this and this, take this test, and then also take out time and money from your life to go get an ID until your license can be restored. Man, that is... Oh, man, that sucks. All right, so, okay. I guess the easy answer is don't commit crimes. But also, the fact that you have to take on another chore and another expense is, that sucks. That's no good. All right, so I understand why she was mad. I get it. Depending on what maybe it depends what the crime was. Like if it was driving under the influence, or if she was driving with a suspended license already, then, that's your fault, right? But if it's something, I don't know. Well, the example was fleeing from a police officer. What if it was a mistake? What if you just had to go to the bathroom? Right? What if she had to poop? You going to be mad at me because I gotta go? You're going to suspend my license because I have to go number 2. Are you going to do that, sir or madam? Apparently that answer's yes. So anyway, I went to the DMV. And I had no real problems. I had to wait a little bit, but that's fine. It was all right. I went in and I sat down there. I filled out all the things. I was supposed to do this in November, by the way, but I had no time. And then we got sick, and then, things just happened. So I went in there, and the lady didn't even ask. She saw the camera card, was like, all right, sign your thing, do this, do that, and sit down, look at this thing, smile if you want. I blunked the first time, and so she took it again, and now we're good. All right, so there you go. The ID has been renewed. Oh, the reason I needed the ID, by the way, is for the Thrice concert in May. I needed to do that, and I figured I'm probably not going to get my license before then. So I had to get a new ID to be able to get into the show. Which reminds me, they changed the venue. I got to look that up today. Thank me for reminding me about that. All right. So yeah, DMV, man. That Here's a question. Have you ever had to deal with that? Have you ever had a situation where your license was suspended or revoked in some way and they made you go get an ID? Is that part of the process? I didn't notice it on the things I just looked up, but I would like to know. You don't have to do this. You can do it anonymously. You can send it on the voicemail too, or send a text. You know what? Send it via text, 209-867-7638, or use the contact form at themeltingpat.com and let me know if you have had to do this, if you have had to get an ID because your license was in suspension. I want to know what the process was. If you want to tell me. If you don't, that's fine. But it's on my brain, and so I figured I would ask. And if you want to share, please do. All right? All right. So, where are we here? Oh, yes. Patrons, you were going to get a bonus in just a minute. Like I said, it's a long one for the patrons. Long one for everybody, probably. But, yeah, patrons will get a bonus. I saw a thing on the Twit space about people recording strangers in public. And so I want to talk about that. So if you are not a patron, head on over, patreon.com/themeltingpat, and you can hear this bonus segment for patrons. It'll come up right now, and everyone else will hear a sound, and then we'll talk some sports and then some wrestling, and then we'll end the show. All right? But patrons get a bonus right now. Alrighty, and we are back. We are back with the rest of the show. There we go. I'm sorry. I saw a weird little message on my computer, but it's actually fine. I'll update that later. So, again, if you want to hear that bonus, it was something. It was something else. Right, patrons? Right? Patreon.com/themeltingpat for more me. But now we're good. Everybody is here. We're going to do the stuff. So let's do some baseball things, a couple things. Again, it's Wednesday for me, so not all of this is up to date, but that's fine. Phillies have gotten better. They have turned it around. They lost the other day, but the bullpen has been much better since that first week of the season when they were just terrible. The offense has it's got ebbs and flows, as it does, as any team does, but they've been better, looked more fun. Bryce Harper might be back in like 2 weeks, which is going to be great. Ranger Suarez might be coming back sooner than later, and they're going to need both of them. They will need both of them if they're going to keep pace here. But I think they're starting to turn it around, which is good. It's only April. I understand that, but they looked really bad at the beginning of the year. And I would like them to play better because it's more fun. It's more fun for me when my favorite team plays better. Right? Of course. All right. I wrote down NHL and NBA playoffs, but I have not watched any of them. Or not enough to talk about, so we're going to cross that off. But the Rays, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, are crushing it. I don't think they've lost at home yet. If they have, it would have just happened on Wednesday, which I don't know yet. But they started off, 13-0. I know they played, some jobber teams, and the Blue Jays came in and messed them up. But the Rays are really good so far. They're fun to watch. They've just been they've had it all clicking so far at the beginning of the year. They're like the reverse Phillies almost. No, they're better than the reverse Phillies because they didn't lose for like 2 weeks, which is great. Somehow they just breed pitching, and Wander Franco is awesome. And what's the other guy's name? I don't know. Oh, damn it. Rosarena. Randy Rosarena is really good as well. So a lot of fun going on there. The Pirates are doing they're doing the thing again. The Pirates are doing the thing where they look good in April, and then by the All-Star break, they crash and burn. Who knows if that's going to happen? I think this team can be good. I don't know if they're going to be, playoff team yet, but I think they're going to make some strides, and I think they're going to be fun. if everybody stays healthy, I think they're going to be fun. O'Neal Cruz going down a couple weeks ago is not good. But I did see they just signed their center fielder, Brian Reynolds, who a couple months ago was like, hey, I want to be traded. And instead they were like, no, we're going to hand out the highest contract in team history. So they locked him up with an 8-year deal. Good for him, good for them. And, one more thing before we get to the bummer news. The Orioles have a home run celebration, and they are, I think, calling it the Homer Hose, where basically they have a beer bong, and when a guy hits a home run, they simulate beer bongness. So somebody... Now, I don't know if the Orioles called it the dong bong, and I'd say, I hit the pop filter again, I'm sorry. I don't know if the Orioles called the celebration the dong bong, but I'm going to call it that because that's fun as hell. They may officially call it the Homer Hose, which somehow sounds more erotic and gross, but but I like the dong bong, so we'll roll with that. The Orioles are fun. Orioles are fun right now as well. So teams you didn't expect to be fun are actually fun. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun? Yes? No? Is your team not doing well? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you an A's fan? Because that sucks. Because the A's have just, they haven't agreed officially, but they are taking the steps to move the team to Las Vegas, which, man, I feel bad for their fans. I don't like that at all. Like the owners are like, nope, we don't care about the stadium. They're like, hey, what if we get a new one and move it and have it in a better spot? And they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that either. So they're apparently going to move to Vegas in like 2026 or so. So that sucks because it's not the fault of anybody involved but the owners, right? As far as I can tell, like the fans are getting punished. The players are now going to have to relocate and by then, who knows who's going to be left. But like the fans are really getting hit here through no fault of their own, right? The owners just haven't cared for many years and now they're off. So I feel bad for A's fans. I don't like it. A franchise as storied as that one, for as many big moments as they've had over the years, to just be the fan base to just be left out like that, I don't like it at all. All right, so there you go. There's your baseball as far as I can see it, as far as I can tell you, as far as I wrote down for the show anyway. And hope you're enjoying NBA and NHL playoffs. I've not watched a lot of it. I don't have time to watch a lot of stuff, but go whoever you like. All right? There you go. All right, one more thing, and then we're going to go. Hold on one second. Okay, I lied. We're not doing the wrestling thing on the main show today. I put that up on YouTube. Went up yesterday, Friday. So, yeah, I got down to the end and realized that the wrestling thing was like 20 minutes long and the other thing at the end, and I was like, you don't need to hear that on part of the main show. We're good. Yeah, see, that's the good thing about recording early is I can make these decisions and change as I go. So there we go. All right, we're going to end the show. We're going to go. The Nearly Deads, thanks for the tune. Their new EP, Faith, is available now. TheNearlyDeads.com. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you. And, yeah, anything else I was going to tell you about that? Nope, I don't know. All right, good luck with whatever you have going on. Stay dry, stay warm, stay cool, stay whatever you like, whatever you want, however you're doing. I hope you're going to be great. I don't know. I have to get back to work. So thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you. I will talk to you next week. The newsletter is out. I think I mentioned that. Then I said it again. It's fine. So there we go. TheMeltingPat.com for all of my stuff. Go check it out there. The newsletter is up there. The contact form, the Patreon. You get all kinds of bonuses. So check all of that out at your leisure. And just say hello. Drop a hey, what's up in the contact form or whatever. Just so I know it works. Does that sound good? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, that's it. G-Love and Special Sauce with cold beverage. They're going to play us out as they always do. Philadelphonic.com for more from them. And that, my friends, is our show. This has been an 8 Boiling production. Until next time, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Get vaccinated and boosted when you can. And, of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. You've been inside the Melting Pat on the Next Level Network. Go crap open a cold one.